place to be. Refine the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024 from 9 a.m. Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. This premier event is designed specifically for Caribbean wedding industry professionals. Gain expert insights, practical knowledge, and valuable connections that can help you thrive in the destination wedding market. Register now at refinesummit.com. It is time to refine. Refine the Wedding Business Summit. Get insider info, advice, and insights from local, regional, and international players in the destination wedding market. Refine the Wedding Business Summit. Saturday, 14th September 2024, Pigeon Point Heritage Park, Tobago. It's time to refine.
Stay fit this July and August with free aerobics from the Ministry of Sports and Community Development. Let her play. Keep on moving. Java edition. Join us every Tuesday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Hampton Lowlands Multi-Purpose Facility, Tobago. Register online via Ministry social media pages or visit our Tobago location. Hosted by the Ministry of Sports and Community Development and its Pink Rain campaign, empowering women and girls in sports.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes for breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Welcome back. Issues such as crime and the cost of living were among the concerns expressed by citizens as the UNC continued its pre-budget consultations across the country. Last night, they were in the constituency of Moruga Tableland, where several people pointed out that the government does not seem to be serious about supporting the agriculture industry. They also highlighted other changes the government needs to consider to reduce the cost of living. More in this report from Candice Jackson.
OWTU Representative Christopher Jackman stated that the government is not honest about the true state of unemployment in the country. While it is statistically reported at 5.4%, he claimed it is higher and believes that unemployment is fueling the crime surge.
If you're really serious about crime, put some funds in place towards hiring some youths, hiring unemployed persons, to focus on issues of crime, as in increasing your community patrols, community police. Put some of your youths to increase your food production.
The government's attitude towards food production was raised by several farmers from Moruga Tableland. Chairman of the cane producers, Israel Mohammed, criticized the government for failing to create policies or invest significant funds to support farmers.
Do we have food to feed the people in this country? I don't know. The PNM and the UNC, I want to lambast the UNC, but I don't see anybody who have a vision for a future down the road. You put on your TV, go to YouTube, and you will see all over the world rice, how people, poor countries of the world, how they have developed the rice industry.
Mohammed also expressed disappointment that the government is not considering climate-resilient policies for farmers in light of the increasing challenges posed by climate change. Meanwhile, improvements to food security are not the only requests being made for the upcoming national budget. Former school principal Shahid Alaham said the government should revisit the textbooks required for students. He stated that the textbooks required for each class change too often each year, increasing the economic burden on parents.
Textbook in classes in school should be a series. You know, you have book 1, book 2, book 3, so that the students will follow with that. Because we have a standardized curriculum.
When it comes to healthcare, registered nurse Corey Dillon called on the government to consider funding an accreditation council.
Once that funding is directed towards that, a lot of the issues that we face within health would be addressed, because what it will do, it will prevent organizations, health service delivery places, private and public, from delivering services if they don't meet a basic standard.
The national budget is expected to be presented in either September or October, and the UNC is hoping that the Minister of Finance include some of the public suggestions in his presentation. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley pledged his government's support for youth entrepreneurship in agriculture during Thursday's launch of the Tucker Valley Shade House project in Chaguaramas, Trinidad. The program aims to provide 100 young people from across the nation, aged 16 to 35, with practical training in growing high-value, short-term crops tailored for the hospitality, healthcare, and fast food sectors. This model, inspired by a similar project in Guyana, is expected to help Trinidad and Tobago meet CARICOM's goal of reducing food import bills by 25% by 2025.
Trinidad and Tobago was in fact among the leaders who have taken this assignment on board, because we have the raw material in very many ways. We have some land, we have a small amount of government financial resource, we have a lot of young people who can benefit from the programs.
The concept of a shade house allows for crops to be grown in a controlled environment, according to Dr. Rowley.
You control the rainfall on the crops, you control the temperature of the sun's rays, you control the wind, and most importantly, you could even control the substrate in which you grow the plants, and of course, the disease pests that can pass around and infect you all.
The Prime Minister stated that his government supports this initiative because he recognizes the need to encourage young people to pursue agriculture, especially at a time when working in the hot sun may not seem like an attractive career path.
What else do you offer our young people? We offer them everything else. But in the area of agriculture, we can offer them a whole lot more in an environment where they don't believe that they're being their parents or their grandparents, having to be slaves and not having much to show at the end of their life.
Dr. Rowley hopes this project will inspire new agricultural practices across the country to improve food security. He also assured the young people enrolled in the program that the government is committed to supporting their goals after they successfully complete it. The recommendations from the Constitutional Reform Committee are now public. After 6 months of nationwide consultations, the final report was presented to the Prime Minister on Friday, August 2nd, 2024, and to the Cabinet on Thursday, August 8th, 2024. The Cabinet then agreed to make the document public. Among many recommendations was one that recognized that the THA should have lawmaking powers. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
The need for the THA to have lawmaking powers was one of the key recommendations made by the Constitutional Reform Committee. The committee recognized that 2 bills currently before Parliament aim to grant these powers to the THA. However, during consultations in Tobago, many people expressed concerns about these bills. As a result, the committee recommended that the preamble of the bill should emphasize self-government rather than self-determination. They also advised that the lawmaking powers should not conflict with international obligations, the status of Trinidad and Tobago in international law, or risk invalidating any international treaty under Article 46 of the Vienna Convention on International Treaties. These powers should be clearly outlined in a detailed schedule and included in the Constitution. Regarding Tobago's boundaries, the committee recommended the Tobago Island Government Bill be amended by removing the phrase, quote, such part of the territorial sea comprising, end quote. This change would grant the Tobago Executive Council exclusive administrative control over areas of the sea starting from Tobago's low water mark extending 11 nautical miles outward. Additional recommendations Provisions from the committee included fixed election dates for the THA, a set number of secretaries and assistant secretaries, provision for the appointment of secretaries and councillors, provisions for the temporary appointment of councillors under specific circumstances, and guidelines for seat vacancies. The committee also observed that while some proposals from the public suggested a federal reconfiguration of the relationship between the islands, there is no significant demand for secession. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Our sports report is up next.
Get your quality furniture and appliances at Standards. Frigidaire gas range $599. Serta base and mattress $1,899. RC 50-inch smart 4K TV as low as $2,599. Yes, at Standard, nobody beats us on price. Believe it.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and low, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and low. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show. Live more.
So guys, there are some new developments in housing in Tobago. So it's goat racing time. This is 116, the show that keeps you in the know with all things Tobago House of Assembly. Each week, 116 delivers a fun and engaging overview of the latest developments, achievements, activities, and events of our dynamic assembly. So join me. Let's dive into the Tobago House of Assembly's Week in Review right here on 116.
Said I'm falling, falling, I'm falling. As I lay in my bed with my head to the ceiling. Say I'm drowning alone and I'm lost in my feelings. Somebody send me a sign, 'cause you know that I need it. Carnival, come back to me, 'cause you know you're my healing.
Welcome to a sports report. In the latest round of the Tobago Football Association's Eastern Conference, two teams continue to dominate with impressive performances, leaving their opponents struggling to keep up. As the competition heats up, these commanding victories are setting the stage for an exciting season. Marcus Daniel has the details.
In the most recent round of the Tobago Football Association's Eastern Conference, Georgia FC and Eagles FC continued to assert their dominance with commanding performances. Georgia FC delivered a crushing 8-0 defeat to Golden FC, who are still searching for their first point of the season. Riquelme Phillips was the standout player, scoring 4 goals to solidify his reputation as one of the league's top scorers. Phillips netted his first goal and Georgia's second in the 7th minute, expertly finishing off a well-placed through ball to beat the goalkeeper at the near post. He added his second in the 19th minute, capitalizing on a defensive lapse to score unmarked. Ian Thomas extended Georgia's lead in the 22nd minute with a powerful strike, while Jashawn Washington, who had opened the scoring in the 5th minute with a brilliant right-footed shot from a left-sided course, added Georgia's 5th in the 48th minute. Phillips completed his hat-trick in the 60th minute, pouncing on a loose ball to beat the keeper once again. Justin Bernard made it 7-0 in the 64th minute with a clinical finish into the roof of the net, and Phillips rounded off the scoring with his 4th goal in the 71st minute. Golden Lane FC now sits at the bottom of the table with a goal difference of minus 23 after 2 heavy defeats. Meanwhile, Eagles FC maintained their unbeaten streak with a comfortable 4-0 win over Colner Hall FC. Jaleem Trim led the way with 2 goals, while Colin Sargent and Amari Allen each added 1 to secure the victory. The win keeps Eagles FC atop the Eastern Conference standings with 3 wins out of 3 and an impressive goal difference of plus 16. Over in the Western Conference, Stokelyville FC also leads the standings with a perfect record after 3 games. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Tobago is set to make a splash this weekend at the YMCA swimming facility in Blackrock. We'll find out how in this report.
Tobago is all set to make waves this weekend as it plays host to the YMCA Invitational Swimming Championships. This annual event, now in its 9th year, promises to bring together some of the most talented young swimmers across the country to compete in a wide array of events at the YMCA swimming facility in Blackrock. Swimmers of all ages are gearing up for the 2-day event, which features a mixture of competitive and non-competitive events. The championships will swim off tomorrow with the opening ceremony set to begin at 9 a.m, followed by a packed day of competition. Swimmers aged 8 and under will start the day with a 50-meter freestyle event, while the older swimmers will take on more challenging races, including the 100-meter IM and various backstroke, butterfly and freestyle events. The excitement continues on Sunday with another round of competition starting at 9 a.m. This event will be held in a 25-meter 8-lane pool with a hard timing system in place to ensure accuracy. This year's meet has attracted a diverse group of swimmers with events tailored for different age groups, ensuring everyone gets a chance to shine. Spectators can look forward to an exciting mix of individual races and relay events. The YMCA Invitational continues to play a crucial role in developing the next generation of swimming talent on the island, fostering not only competition but also camaraderie among participants. We wish all the participants the best of luck this weekend. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
That's how we end this evening's sports report. More news and the weekend weather report after this.
Attention members, now is your chance to double or even triple your dividend payment with no increase in your existing loan payment. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to boost your dividends effectively. Whether you're planning a vacation or simply looking to maximize your savings, we've got you covered. Call us today at 639-8226 or 631-1336. Message us on Facebook for more information. Hurry, this offer won't last long. Bethel Credit Union, because we see you at BCU.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Thank you for staying with us. The workplace experience can be amazing or detrimental, depending on the employee's personal experiences. Mackenzie Prince Martin, a member of the Human Resource Management Association of Trinidad and Tobago, has been writing articles about workplace issues for the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian. Reporter Joshua Dan has more about this project in this story.
Mackenzie Prince Martin noted that most of the articles that he has written stem from concerns amongst working-class Tobagonians. He pointed out that his articles have provided a platform where he could share a youthful perspective of the challenges within the workplace, whilst being the voice that helps to change such narratives.
So writing provided me with a platform whereby I could influence the narrative, empower people, and stimulate positive growth on the island of Tobago and by extension the world.
Martin also highlighted that a lot of workplace problems could be solved if managers and the supervisors made it easier for employees to speak up. He pointed out that mainstream media can be a game changer too, serving as a platform to share info that can positively impact the working environment.
The media has the power to influence policy decisions, influence leadership narratives. But what we're seeing now, some people may say, what we're seeing now is more sensationalism as opposed to active reporting and active journalism.
Prince reflected on his recent article, Diversity, Equity and Inclusion as Blueprints for Workplace Resilience, which advocates for a work environment that embraces everyone's differences. He emphasized the critical role of employers in shaping a positive atmosphere through empathetic leadership.
I think they could practice empathetic leadership. And by that I mean putting themselves in the position of the employee, understanding what the employee is going through, understanding the work of the employee.
He urged employees to adopt an open-door policy, making it easier for workers to bring forward their concerns. Prince also pointed out that while there are many tough topics to tackle in the workplace, mental health remains one of the most challenging.
But I think that if we create a space where persons, especially male employees, could come out and speak about their mental health challenges and their reality and struggles with mental health, it would create a greater opportunity for us to address these issues, and in addressing these issues, we create a space for growth.
Jo Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
The recently appointed minister in the Ministry of National Security, Keith Scotland, visited Tobago earlier this week in light of Tobago's increasing murder toll. He was accompanied by Commissioner of Police Earl Herwood Christopher and Deputy Commissioner of Police Susan Martin. Minister Scotland, Commissioner Herwood Christopher, DCP Martin and ACP Collis Hazel met with the Tobago arm of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Commerce, where they discussed strategic anti-crime measures needed to safeguard citizens, businesses and communities so that peace can be restored on the island. The TTP has stated that these collaborative efforts are needed to combat crime. Walkabouts were also conducted in areas like Crown Point, Black Rock, Scarborough and Roxborough, while also visiting 5 police stations across the island and engaging with staff. Now, weekend weather update from the TNT Met Office. Tonight, generally fair and warm, despite the odd brisk shower. Tomorrow, mainly hot, sunny and slightly hazy conditions, despite the low chance of an odd shower. Nighttime should be mostly fair. Now, for Sunday, mainly fair and slightly hazy despite the likelihood of a few spotty showers favoring the afternoon to early nighttime period. The weekend sea conditions are expected to be slight. Now, daytime temperatures over the next 2 days should be about 32 degrees Celsius, with the heat index at about 35 degrees Celsius. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of our headlines. 135 STEM participants graduated today. Central government urged to invest more in agriculture. Ministry of Energy waiting on better weather conditions to remove overturned Gulfstream vessel. And in sports, Georgia FC crushes Golden Lane FC 8-0. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us, wishing you a great night and an even greater weekend.